Howdy y'all, long time no see. We're going to be talking about the patch notes, and it's going to be so interesting to see what they are. Let's find out. Let's talk about tanks, and let me tell you, they finally nerfed D.Va. Wow, that's crazy. I love that they listen to us when we talk about tanks and how to nerf them. That's not foreshadowing to anything later in the video. What are you talking about? Anyways, so they buffed Orisa, which is really nerf the fall off damage. Like, honestly, if you did nerf the fall off damage, the no fall off damage, turned it back to where it has fall off damage, this would be okay. But like, what? Why? Nobody likes playing against Orisa, bro. Orisa doesn't need no help. Well, check that out. Zarya meta. Let's go. Why? Why? Because you thought D.Va was being super good, and you're like, we know what counters D.Va. It's Zarya. Let's buff Zarya. Let's buff Zarya. The Echo nerfs are, meh. I mean, she got buffs last season, so maybe put her around where Pharah is. Not sure about that. I feel like that's like a compensation nerf because of the D.Va nerf. Like, they're just like, oh, well, the Echo is the problem with D.Va. Like, actually Sim, which is, I'm just going to spoil it for you. Surprisingly, not on the patch notes. You're going to have fun with that Zarya, Sim, Lucio, Juno, aren't ya? Anyways, the lamest nerf that we've ever gotten. Hanzo lost HP. He's already lame. Why are you nerfing him? Low, like on it. Okay, this is gonna be a short synopsis of the idea that I have with the like psychology part of Hanzo. I think the reason people don't like Hanzo but they're okay with Widow is because it's very, very like you understand where the Widow's shooting when she misses. With a Hanzo, you actually don't notice that he's missed like 4 fucking times when trying to shoot you, and then you get mad because you got shot the 5th time in the head and you die. So basically, they just need to make it to where it's visually and you can hear the arrows passing by you a little bit better than they do now. Maybe add a line like Widow. I think then they'd be more okay with the one-shot from Hanzo. If there was a one-shot, I actually think Hanzo's the only one that should have a one-shot, in my opinion. You can set me on the torch and set me on fire, but that's honestly, if there was a fair one-shot, I think it would be Hanzo, not Widow. I think Widow should not have a one-shot and should be more like Ashe, in my opinion. I'm not gonna argue with you on that in this video. They actually did a balance, kind of like the cast balance with Junk. It's actually kind of interesting. So basically, they made it to where he can lob the bombs farther, but the longer that they're lobbed, the smaller the bomb becomes. So it's like, it's kind of an anti-spam, but it also gives you this, you know, if you have the skills to hit something really far away, you know, your prize, you're like, yay! So it's kind of nice. So it's not like you just like luckily die to a Junkrat when he's like lobbed the ball across the map. So that's kind of nice. At least makes those chances a little bit lower, so it makes it feel better. Really interesting change. Good job. You did it. You got your one, you know, diamond in the rough for your balance patch. Good job. Let's keep them coming, Overwatch. Okay, so you had me on the first part of the Sojourn balance here. With the spread, you know, maybe get it a little bit more intact for the lower players. It really doesn't change much for the higher players because they pretty much always hit the spread anyways. So it would make it a little bit better. But the longer degeneration rate. Are you serious? Did we not learn what happened when Sojourn could hold rail for the whole match? Why? Just the spread. Remove the rest of this. Just the spread. And make her have less HP. What? That's it. You just had to do less HP, less spread. The less HP was the compensation for the buff of the spread. Like, duh. What the f is this? This is the terrible compensation buff. You just made Sojourn scary again. Especially with the more mobility that we're getting with Juno being out of the game. Hello? Oh my god. Yes. Yes. You actually got a second diamond in the rough. Let's go. You put the skill and the power and the power and the skill into the virus, which is the skilled ability in Sombra's kit. Yay. Speed boost. More speed, one invis. That, I'm not sure exactly what to think about that. I think that's a little bit overboard. I think the virus buff was it. That's all you really needed to do. That's really weird that that's happened more than once. You've done a good one and then the bad one right afterwards. Just do the good ones You don't need to do compensation. The compensation's what's ruined the balance. Duh. But, you know, this is good. This is great. Good job. Good job. This is good. Except maybe the speed boost. That's a little scary. But, you know, good thing that there's a 75%, you know, cap there for the speed. This Torb one, I actually think the Torb one's pretty decent. Sometimes he feels a little tanky since he's, you know, a little guy. You know, he gets hit with the bullets a lot less. So sometimes he feels tanky. So I think that's actually kind of a fair balance.
I've got a few tricks. What's up?
Great heavens! Ah! Still have not nerfed the pylon. Why? Why? Why have you not nerfed the auto mercy? The auto mercy. That's all it is. It's a mercy you can stick on the wall. It auto heals everybody. Honestly, better when you're at low ranks. It actually heals people better than mercies do at that rank. Why the f have you not nerfed the pylon? It's so easy to fix the pylon. Just make it to where you throw up the pylon. It's got its juice, right? It has a certain amount of HP that it can give out. And then when it's empty, you have the choice of using your gun to heal super fast. Or you can put it in the pylon. It heals people slower, but it heals them without you having to push the button, so you can still shoot and heal at the same time. But it's the trade-off. That's really easy. You just do it like the engineer in TF2. I'm sorry if you're mad at me or you find this annoying, but this is annoying. And you know what? I'm just gonna spoil it for you. They didn't nerf BAP either, which is what makes Illari even stronger. I mean, the one thing I could see, which would be like a beacon of light, is Juno Lucio might be able to rush fast enough to take care of the pylon, but that's pretty much it. You still have to have the team smart enough to shoot the pylon, even when you're speeding in there. So, I guess that's your silver lining with it. Okay, so the Juno changes got me concerned. I'm not gonna lie. They took the power out of the gun and put some of it into the torpedoes. Why did you take the power out of the skill of the kit and put it into the no skill thing? This is what I said when she came out. I was like, I'm kind of worried that they're gonna buff the torpedoes. I am a little bit nervous because of how they balance the game. The auto lock is absolutely perfect the way it is right now. If there's something they're gonna buff, I can definitely see the torpedoes being the thing that they buff. There you go, it's right there. They buffed the torpedoes. Getting more scared now. I called it. I called it. The one thing I can say is a little bit interesting is they made it to where the speed ring still puts you at the same spot that you would go normally, but it just makes you move faster, I think is what that is. Either it's that, I'm reading it that way, or maybe I read it wrong and maybe it means that the ring, like the way, the where you can interact with it, like it like gives you the status effect, it makes it the radius bigger. I think that might be what it is. And the ult, I think that might be what it is. It makes it to where the field's bigger. I'm not sure. I could have read that incorrectly. They're making support stupid again. They're making it to where you don't use your brain when you play the characters. Why'd they remove the skill? Like something that made you a better Kiriko, which, you know, it's not really hard to be a good Kiriko, but something that made you a little bit better of a Kiriko than the other Kirikos, if you could hit headshots, well, you get rewarded less. It really doesn't, I mean, it still matters, but not really as much as it did. You could just body shot and kill people and headshot. It really is kind of the same. Why did we do that? It's kind of weird, in my opinion. With that, we actually get back to Mercy, too. They did pretty much nothing. They just made her really good in good situations and really bad in bad situations. So you have bad teammates, you're still going to lose. You have good teammates, you're going to win. Even better now. And they did the same thing with Moira, too. If the enemy team is really bad, you win. The enemy team's really good, you lose. And I'm sorry to tell you, Genjis that are low ranks, you just lose now to Moira. If it was like a 1 out of 4 chance you were going to win, well, now it's like a 1 out of 4 chance that you're going to win now as Genji against Moira. I am sorry to break the news to you. They did the meme. They nerfed Genji again. Womp womp, my guy. Womp womp. I'm going to be completely real with you. I spent like 6 hours so far editing this video, and my Weaver part just disappeared out of thin air. I don't know what happened. But basically, they made it to where he can like have one free blossom. They made it to where the platform works how I said it should have worked when he released like a year ago. Like 2 days after I played him, I went, why is this not a feature? It's literally how all the other ones work that are part of the maps. Kind of weird. Don't really think this is gonna change much of his play style. He's kind of just gonna be the same, but these are like quality of life things. That's pretty much it. Weaver's still a throw pick. Yay. I mean, the healing, I think that's fair. I mean, every other support can like heal like that. They don't have to charge something first before shooting. So that's about it. Yeah, that was weird that happened. This is the most balanced thing. Literally, the simplest way I can explain this right here. Balance. Every single way that you could mean or understand the description of the word balance, that's what that was. The most balanced take, most balanced.
Hello.
Oh my god, it's wife material. I'll be right there. You know, I've been waiting about like a month to, see you. You know that, right? Don't be scared to hit that big red button with the white text. Only 8 more of you need to hit that button, and the 100 sub-special releases. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.